lovely.
Hi.
Welcome to America's Got Talent.
Hi, my lovely, and welcome to America's Got Applause Talent. This is where dreams are born and made, but unfortunately, this isn't the case for some contestants. Courtney Hadwin's name is known to millions of people around the world, all thanks to AGT. Her soulful voice echoed through the stage, but behind the fame and standing ovations lies a story of heartbreak and tragedy. This is where all of my idols come from, and it's the biggest show in the world that will blow your mind. Join us as we reveal the heartbreaking and tragic life of Courtney Hadwin from the journey of Courtney Hadwin. Courtney Hadwin, the amazing English singer whose electrifying rise to fame began with an electrifying performance on America's Got Talent, was born on July 6, 2004, in the beautiful town of Hartlepool, County Durham, England. Courtney wasn't just a rising star. She was a musical force to be reckoned with in the cozy Hadwin household, where musical notes seemed to float in the air. Courtney's parents, Anne-Marie and Paul, saw the early signs of their daughter's extraordinary talent while growing up with two younger siblings, Melissa, who loved melody, and Paul, who loved rhythm. It was clear that the Hadwin family was a breeding ground for talent. Courtney's father was proud to say that she started singing at the age of 5. She grew up in the charming village of Hazelden in northeast England. Her childhood was filled with the simplicity of small-town life in Hassel, which had a school, a shop, a pub, a park, and a working men's club. Once a busy mining community, Hassel has become a peaceful haven where people looking for adventure might have to travel a bit. For education, Courtney's early years were spent at Hassel Primary School, which prepared her for her time at the Academy of Shoton Hall in Peterloo until 2018. However, her desire to learn and improve her singing took her beyond the classroom walls, where she went to Shoton Hall. She studied singing at Kate Sear's School of Music, acting at Peanuts, and perfecting her vocal range at Julie Miles' Vocal Ovation. Behind Courtney's amazing performances is a story of hard work and family support. Her grandfather told everyone about her dedication, saying that she worked hard with a vocal coach and even busked to pay for her lessons. This shows how passionate and determined she was, showing that Courtney's path to success was paved with hard work and a never-ending pursuit of her dreams. Courtney's musical journey reached a turning point in 2015 when she competed in Teen Star in Newcastle, England, though she didn't win the top prize. Courtney's performance of Tina Turner's Nutbush City Limits on The Voice Kids UK in 2017 left an indelible mark. This was just the start of her journey into the competitive world of music competitions. The magic didn't stop there. She made it through the battle round with Dancing in the Street and wowed audiences in the semifinals with James Brown's I Got You, I Feel Good. The Voice Kids UK was another chapter in her musical story, showing off her versatility and vocal prowess. But it was her performance on American Idol that put her in the international spotlight, with renditions of Say Something by A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera. Not only did Courtney's performance catch the judges' attention, it became the talk of her school. Walking down the school hallways was a surreal experience for her as classmates stopped to praise her. It was a strange yet wonderful ride for the young talent. In 2016, she won the Heartless Performance of the Year award and was a finalist for the Beyond the Lights award. Her musical influences included legends like Little Richard, James Brown, and Mick Jagger, as well as the soulful Janis Joplin, creating a unique musical pet that defines her style. The Dream Girl stage is lit up with anticipation, and the main character, a formidable force, takes the mic to deliver a spine-tingling rendition of I'm Telling You, I'm Not Going. The crowd holds its breath, hanging on every note. But as fate would have it, the finals bring an unexpected twist, and she finds herself on the sidelines. This is when Courtney's story really starts to unfold. Rising from the ashes of music elimination, her popularity soars through captivating appearances, paving the way for a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Imagine her, a seemingly ordinary figure walking onto the stage at the Southside Festival. A sea of 18,000 people eagerly awaits as she becomes the opening act for the legendary Sister Sledge in 2018. In this grand spectacle, Courtney sheds her initial shyness like a cocoon and emerges as a fully fledged performer. Her performance of Otis Reading's Hard to Handle steals the show, earning Howie the coveted Golden Buzzer. For those who aren't familiar, the Golden Buzzer isn't just any buzzer. It's a backstage pass to skip the nerve-wracking competition rounds. She graces the stage with moves that make people think of the legendary Janis Joplin, and her voice sounds like that of the rock star Howie. When Courtney sings her first live performance, she belts out James Brown's "Papa Got a Brand New Bag" with such passion that the audience is moved to tears. The judges, including the usually cool Simon Cowell, are so moved that they send her straight to the quarterfinals every week. Courtney amazes with her range, going from the wild energy of Steenwolf's Born to be Wild to the soulful depths of Tina Turner's River Deep Mountain High in the final show. When the grand prize slips through her fingers, she doesn't fade into oblivion. Instead, she aligns as this chapter comes to a close. One can't help but wonder what's next for this rising star. Courtney's journey is proof of resilience, talent, and the unpredictable nature of show business. In an exclusive interview with Forbes, she talked about her wild ride through the show business roller coaster, telling them it wasn't just amazing, it was a spectacular, mind-blowing journey that would go down in history. Putting America's Got Talent into the book of unforgettable experiences means that we can be completely ourselves while the crowd is buzzing. That's how it felt for me. It wasn't just a talent show. It was a canvas for self-expression where the stage transformed into a playground for authenticity. It felt freeing to just be her basking in the glow of those bright lights. For her, the stage isn't just a platform. It's a haven where she feels like she's wrapped in a cozy blanket of creativity. It's where she is not only comfortable, but also completely herself. The best part is mixing with other contestants and dancing to the energy of a live band. As a result of her performance on America's Got Talent Champions, a spin-off show featuring the best of America's Got Talent contestants, Courtney not only performed, she owned the stage with her original song, Pretty Little Thing. Even though she came in third place that season, that performance was the start of her rise to fame. It wasn't just about the rankings, it was about leaving a sonic legacy that went far beyond the competition. Instead of going straight from The Voice UK to Britain's Got Talent, Courtney chose to be different by going to America's Got Talent instead. When asked about this choice, she answered our questions. "I chose America's Got Talent because it's the biggest show in the world and where all of my idols come from. It wasn't just a move to make money, it was a dream come true to perform on the biggest stage possible, belting out a tune and seeing people not only listening, but genuinely enjoying it. It's a revelation that goes beyond joy. It's confirmation that they're doing something right. Our art is resonating." That was the magic moment Courtney lived for. While the crowd was shocked, her parents and grandfather weren't at all surprised. They saw a storm of success coming. They always thought she would do well in the U.S. They knew they would get it. We believed in her and knew she would do very well there, and she did, leaving an indelible mark on the world stage. In the winter of 2018, Courtney was in a room full of excitement and anticipation as the ink dried on a record deal with Simon Cowell's Psycho Entertainment and Arista Records. It wasn't just any contract. It was a golden ticket to the music industry's roller coaster, and Courtney was ready for the ride. Fast forward to 2019, and she releases her first album, The Cover Sessions. It's not your average album. It's a mosaic of musical magic, and she sang Harry Styles' Sign of the Adding Her Own Style to Lil Nas X's Old Town Road and Lewis Cayley's Someone You Love. Courtney turns familiar songs into something completely her own. Fast forward to 2020, and she decides to be Santa's little helper and gives her fans an original song called Happy Xmas, The War Is Over. It's a heartfelt melody wrapped in tinsel, a holiday surprise from Courtney to warm the hearts of her fans. Fast forward to December 21st. She makes a guest appearance on Ho's podcast, creatively named How He Does Stuff. This isn't your average podcast cameo. It's a chance for fans to see Courtney as more than just a voice. She has stories, dreams, and, adding a touch of mystery to the podcast confessional, she talks about how nervous she was before her AGT audition. The production team let slip her pre-performance jitters, but like a musical superhero, those nerves took a bow and left the stage as soon as she sang. The record label Revelation, where Courtney plays at coy, is guarding the secret like a dragon guards its treasure. She can't say it just yet, but followers will be the first to know. It's a cliffhanger in the podcast saga, leaving listeners wondering if she's still under Simon Cowell's musical umbrella. The conversation then wanders to her music goals. She wants to make music like the iconic Amy Winchester, but with a Courtney twist. She's painting a musical canvas by combining inspiration with her own style. Courtney's time on The Voice UK Kids wasn't a fairy tale. She had a great time singing with Danny Jones, but her peers were criticizing her for being a shouter instead of a singer. It's a peek behind the curtain that shows that self-doubt can be an uninvited guest on even the biggest stages. Then there were the real-life drama. Bullies online left mean comments online. Back in the school hallways, they laughed and teased her, but she held her head high, hoping they could now see her success from afar. The dangers of fame weren't lost on her family. Her mother, who was both scared and supportive, said that Courtney's life was in danger, and her father, who was more realistic, said that even big names like Ed Sheeran have to deal with online trolls who delete their Twitter accounts. It's a tough reality. The glitz and glamour of the spotlight come with the shadows of criticism. But Courtney dances through it all by making music, sharing stories, and showing that even in the face of hardship, the melody of success can drown out the dissonance of negativity. The Transatlantic Showdown. Courtney Hadwin, the British star who took America by storm on America's Got Talent. It's not just a performance. It's a transatlantic spectacle. There's a unique twist in the tale. International contestants are criticized for possibly stealing the spotlight from homegrown music talent. According to the spokesperson, it's all within the rules. Foreign acts like Courtney can make their mark in the initial auditions with visitor visas, and if they make it to the live shows, the producers work their magic to get them the right visas. Courtney could have taken the easy way out and shown off her talent on Britain's Got Talent, but she wants to go against expectations and make a splash on the grand American stage. Grandpa Tom spills the beans on how the Brits might react. Courtney's family is sure she'll not only make it, but also take over the stage in the U.S., and lo and behold, she does. Courtney Hadwin isn't just a contestant. She's a front-runner and a favorite among the bookies. A James Brown video of him singing "I Feel Good," and then a whopping 46% of viewers are betting on her to win the title. The competition is a roller coaster of talent. It's not just about Courtney. Illusionist Shin Lim is brewing up a magical storm that leaves the audience spellbound. And then there's We Three, the band that's not just here to play music, but to tell a story that will make you cry. Courtney's fans are painting a victory banner, but the audience is gripped by suspense as the competition sends shockwaves through the competition. Get ready for a nail-biting battle where every note, trick, and moment counts. It's a show like no other, where dreams are made and challenged in the spotlight of America's Got Talent. It's where all my idols come from, and it's the biggest show in the world. Rising Rock Sensation. Rising Rock Sensation. Thankfully, Courtney has an uncanny ability to swat away negativity like a pro, which makes her an inspiration to anyone who has to deal with haters. Check out her social media accounts, whether they're on TikTok or Instagram, and you'll find a digital universe buzzing with her contagious energy. During the crazy year of 2021, Courtney gave her fans a look into her life by sharing a bunch of videos from the studio where she worked hard on making new music, even though there weren't any official releases at the time. She teased her fans with a demo called "Keep the Monsters Away," which gave them a sneak peek into her creative mind. She also regularly posted snippets from her songwriting and production sessions, which turned the ordinary into a tune of anticipation. The 18-year-old dynamo is cooking up something big, a brand new album that will be out by the end of 2022. Here's something from an old interview where Courtney talked about her American dream and how she's ready to pack up her life and bring her family along for the ride. In the grand arrangements of songwriting, Courtney has met some of the greatest writers in the business, such as the legendary Max Martin, who wrote hits for Britney Spears. The word on the street is that after the recording is over, She's planning to head straight to the heart of rock and roll Pittsburgh to work with her new musical partner. Watching Courtney's journey change is like seeing a series of brave decisions come true. This isn't the shy girl who nervously tried out for American Idol. She's now a fearless trendsetter who embraces TikTok crazes and generously invites her fans into the vibrant tapestry of her life. At her 18th birthday party in Turkey, she belted out tunes at a karaoke bar, proving she's not just a star on stage but a force to be reckoned with in her unfiltered moments. As her star continues to rise, Courtney's digital kingdom is thriving. TikTok showers her with love, giving her nearly 350 followers and over 2,300,000 likes. Instagram has over 500,000 dedicated fans, and Twitter is buzzing with almost 60,000 people eagerly following every tweet she makes. Don't sleep on her YouTube channel, which she launched in 2010 but only woke up in 2019 with a live performance from her album The Cover Sessions. Since then, it has racked up over 600,000 subscribers and an amazing 30 million views, showing how versatile she is by covering hits like Survivor by Destiny's Child and Bean by Main Skin. Howie and many other discerning voices have called Courtney the next Janis Joplin, and her relentless pursuit of fame promises nothing but a dazzling ascent. The release of her new album in a few short weeks will add a new chapter to her story, with the birth of a new rock style and the lingering effects of her sensational AGT audition paint a picture of an artist poised for greatness, making sure that the world hasn't seen the last of this rising star. My name is Courtney Hadwin. I'm 13, and I'm just scared to go on stage now. Subscriber pick. It's time for today's subscriber pick. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Courtney Hadwin in the small English town of Hartlepool. The streets echoed with the rhythm of her heartbeat, a beat that would soon resound across the vast American continent. Little did she know that her life would take an unexpected turn that would lead her to the grand stage of America's Got Talent. Courtney was an ordinary teenager who found comfort in the melodies that danced through her soul. She had a voice that went beyond her small town, but her spirit was heavy with the ghosts of being abandoned as a child. She went through life like a ship lost at sea, looking for the lighthouse that would lead her home. One fateful day, a mysterious letter arrived at Courtney's doorstep. It contained an invitation to audition for America's Got Talent. It was a glimmer of hope in the vast darkness that surrounded her. With fear and determination in her heart, she set out on a journey that would change her life forever. The stage of America's Got Talent became the canvas on which she painted her emotions. "I've been practicing every day, and I think God runs to like my energy," she said. When she sang, it was like the pain of her past turned into a hauntingly beautiful melody that echoed through everyone in the room. Courtney's performances amazed the judges. How could someone so young show such depth of emotion? It was like her soul had weathered 1,000 storms, and her voice was the testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The audience and judges fell in love with her sincerity, and she quickly became the front runner in the competition. But behind the scenes, Courtney was still dealing with the ghosts of her past. The scars of abandonment haunted her, threatening to break through the confident front she put on stage. As the finale got closer, Courtney's vulnerability became the focus of her performances. She let the audience see the pain she had been carrying for a long time through the lyrics. The final night came, and the stage was set for a grand music showdown God. In a mesmerizing crescendo of emotion, Courtney poured her heart into a final performance that left the audience breathless. The judges were moved to tears as they saw not only talent but a soul laid bare for the world to see. In the end, Courtney had won, not just as the winner, but also as the show's host. The heartbreaking, tragic life of Courtney Hadwin from America's Got Talent has become a source of inspiration for millions of people around the world. The girl whose uncle wandered the streets of Hartlepool, lost and abandoned, now stood tall on the global stage, a testament to the power of music to heal even the deepest wounds of the human heart. The emotional echoes of Courtney's journey lingered in the hearts of those who had seen her transformation. A reminder that sometimes the most beautiful melodies come from the pain of life's most difficult moments. What are your thoughts on the heartbreaking, tragic life of Courtney Hadwin from America's Got Talent? Unleashing resilience at the young age of 14, Courtney Hadwin didn't just perform on America's Got Talent, The Champions. She also made a lasting impression with her original track, Pretty Little Thing. This young dynamo didn't stop there. She released her debut EP, The Cover Sessions, on October 25, 2019. Imagine live covers of hits like Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and Someone You Loved by L.S. Capaldi. Hadwin was quickly seen as more than just a teenage sensation. She was praised as an exceptional talent with a voice and spirit well beyond her years. When asked about her artistic influences, she casually dropped, "Famous musicians like Little Richard, James Brown, Janis Joplin, and Mick Jagger have played with Hadwin." Woodstock 50 was supposed to be another big event for Hadwin, marking the 50th anniversary of the famous Music and Arts Festival. However, the event faced major problems that caused it to be canceled. As if that wasn't bad enough, the COVID-19 pandemic threw a curveball into the music scene, canceling festivals and tours and temporarily pausing album releases. The year 2021 brought both excitement and disappointment as Hadwin was scheduled to perform at the FM4 Frequency Festival, but she had to cancel again. In response to a fan's comment on her YouTube channel, Hadwin boldly declared, "It's all me for this one. Completely independent, finally doing it my way." On February 24, 2023, she came out stronger than ever, releasing her latest original single, Breakable, which she worked on with producer Kevin B. As the year went on, she continued to surprise and delight fans with more original creations, such as Girl Don't Live Here on April 7th and Call Me Back on July 28th. Keeping up the momentum, she released her 4 original singles of the year, Monsters, on September 29th, 2023. It's a headbanging anthem that's perfect for Halloween or any other time of the year. Although it can be hard to keep your mental health in check when you're under a lot of stress, the combination of an upbeat song with serious lyrics captivated listeners and showed how deep Hadwin can go with her music. Courtney Hadwin is not only an artist, she's a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. Her journey is marked by resilience, talent, and an unwavering commitment to doing things her way as she continues to navigate obstacles. Each new release is proof of her passion, creativity, and unwavering spirit. The world watches with anticipation as this young star rises, promising a future full of musical brilliance and innovation. Hadwin's captivating cover of John Lennon's War Is Over made waves on YouTube and across many music streaming services, showing that not even a global pandemic could dim her musical brilliance. 3 years later, on February 24, 2023, she took another bold step forward with the release of her original single, Breakable. Working with producer Kevin B. Hadwin began a new chapter in her career, showing how versatile she is and how good she is at writing songs. Interestingly, this release was different from her previous relationship with a label that took over her account after Simon Cowell's Psycho Music label ended. In a bold statement of independence, Hadwin took charge of her musical journey in response to a fan's commenter on Hadwin's YouTube channel said, "Oh my gosh, Hadwin is a force to be reckoned with on stage beyond her vocal excellence. Her undeniable charisma transforms her performances into unforgettable experiences. She commands every melody with the confidence and energy of a seasoned rock star, leaving audiences enthralled. Her financial success. Hadwin has not only made money from album sales, concerts, and tours, but has also made a name for herself on TV by appearing on shows like Good Morning Britain. On the financial front, she's not just a rising star, she's a smart investor. She's bought a $600,000, 2,000-foot house in the U.S. that has a spa in. It has a living room that opens onto a terrace, a well-equipped kitchen, a large dining area, a wine cellar, and an office. What makes Hadwin stand out is not only her current success, but also the promise of more to come. With her unwavering love for music and incredible talent, it's not a matter of if, but when she'll leave an indelible mark on the industry. 19-year-old Courtney has become a YouTube sensation with her self-titled channel, which has an impressive 96,000 loyal followers. This rising star isn't just singing. She's also a musical storyteller,